Hi everyone, Simon from Fire Cherry. Um, as you can probably tell, I haven't really done anything with the YouTube channel. Yeah, a subscriber count kind of gives that one away. Um, Mainly because I've only ever used it just to make a few like post some songs. Yeah. Also, as well, it's hard to think of something that would be interesting or original. Okay. Yeah, you don't really want to see me playing guitar or playing bass because that kind of thing's been done to death a million times. I thought about doing a recording update, um, but then that would just be like a vlog. Once again, been done to death a million times. But last night I was watching a video by another YouTuber called Rhett Shull. If anybody has If anybody doesn't know him, check out his channel. I will put a link to the video that I watched in the description. And basically, he's saying that maybe the creative process of writing a song might be a good idea for people to watch. So I thought I'd give it a go. Um, the creative process, there's no, for me personally, I'm only speaking about me personally, is no kind of I do it this way all the time. Yeah, because I pull inspiration from everywhere. Sometimes it might be something that's happened in the world, sometimes happened in my life. Sometimes it's just a melody idea that's just banging around in my head. Sometimes I'm just sitting down practicing and something happens. Um, and that's where the flame of inspiration starts. So, what I thought I'd do, and this might not work, but we'll give it a go anyway, is we'll do a song from start to finish, okay? From the original inception through to mixing, mastering, yeah, and I'll make it like a YouTube only thing, so you'll only be able to see it on here, and we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Um, it might be one long video. I might have to split it into lots of different parts, depending how the creative process goes. So, fingers crossed, and let's see how we get on. All right. So, first part, an idea. Got a bit of a nugget of a like a potentially a riff, potentially a melody in my head, and I've been humming it all morning. I don't know where it come from. Yeah. Um, it's kind of one of those. If any of you have ever played a gig and you get somebody come up to you and say, "Do you know the song that goes?" And you just look at them going, "What?" You know the song that goes. Okay, well, it's kind of a bit like that. So I've kind of got like a mm, 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 that kind of melody going on in my head. So what we'll do now is we'll see if we can translate it. We'll see if we can translate this thing I've got going on in my head. See if we can translate it down to the actual. Well, let's start with guitar, shall we? Yeah, let's start with guitar. All right, so here we are. I've started a new session in Studio One. That's just the door that I use. You know, you can use anyone you want. There's a myriad of choices out there. I personally like this one. So what I've done is I've set up my guitar. I just got a a real basic template that I use for when I'm starting writing everything. Um, and I've just got a bit of a dry, dirty sound because that kind of my feels like it should be kind of like a driving, almost ACDC. Okay, and in my head, it's kind of sounding a bit ACDC, but when has that ever been a bad thing? Yeah, it's ACDC. Come on. Um, so the guitar I'm using, you will see it in a moment, is I'm using my Shergold Telstar. I bought this guitar about a year ago, basically because I wanted something with Filtertron pickups, and this was a new one on the market at the time, and I was like, yeah, this is a nice guitar. Also as well, let's go with the AC/DC feel. So Malcolm Young, yeah, probably one of the greatest rhythm players of all time. He used the guitar with Filtertron pickups, so it works for him. It worked for anyone. Um, so let's just see what we got here. So we've got like a my like a. So it needs more flow. Needs more flow. So yeah, that's the first bit. And then we need to have a little bit like almost like a question and answer type thing, like a yeah. So that's what I had in my head. It's exactly what I had in my head. But you can't have a whole song with that. You could try. That's more like to me, that feels like a chorus hook. Yeah, a chorus hook. So you would need something that would have, like for verses. Now, with this sounding like the way it does, it would need something that's a little bit less full for the verses. Yeah, imagine you're standing on stage, and you're just standing there, with that AC/DC feel, just standing there, giving it some power. So we don't want to change the sound too much though. So we kind of want to keep with that G. Yeah, so we're like a do 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 do, and we go to the same, yeah, and then we go back to the G. Yeah, that could work. That could work. So we could have like a chorus bit, and then we'll have like a verse bit, like a. That could work. That could work. What I'll do is I'll switch to a different. I'll switch to a different camera angle so you can actually see what I'm doing on the guitar. Okay. All right. So here he is, my Shure Gold Telstar in gold. Yeah. So what we've actually got, I've got bridge pickup. Yeah. Because this is feeling very AC/DC, bridge pickup, give it some oomph. So it's a very simple riff. It's like a starting with the G, pull off, okay, and then we jump up to like a D. Okay, so that would be the chorus bit, and then for the verse part, nice and simple, yeah? Yeah? G, D, back to G, to the C. Nice and simple, yeah? Obviously, not every song is the same. Some songs, just keep it simple, yeah? With the kind of feel that this has got, it's already feeling very AC/DC. Like I said before, not a bad thing, yeah? So sometimes you just want to turn it up to 11 and just give it some large. Okay, so now we've got a basic riff idea. It's come from my head to the guitar. Good times. So what I think we should do now is just get a rough arrangement. Okay. All right. So what we do now is we need to work out the tempo. Yeah. From what I played, it's got to be a bit of an upbeat tempo. It feels maybe about 140 beats per minute. So what I've done here is I've just got some drum loops in. Yeah. I've got two loops, one for like a verse part and one for a chorus part, just so we can jam along to it and just get the groove, find out the tempo. Okay. So we've got the default setting, 120 beats a minute. I know it's not going to be that. But what we'll do is we'll just have a little look-ski. Oh, instantly, way too slow. Right, I think 140 beats per minute. Okay, so let's try that. Yeah, 140 beats per minute, that's where it's at. So what I do now is I basically, what I've got here, like I say, two drum loops, one for like a chorus part, one for a verse part, and I've just repeated them. All right, repeated them for what have I got? 4 verse parts, 5 chorus parts, because that kind of riff, yeah, that chorusy riff, that's the kind of thing you need to start the song off with. Yeah. So we got an intro at the moment of the chorusy riff, and then we got some versey riff, and then chorusy riff, versey riff, chorusy riff. Okay, so what I do is I just record a really rough guitar, probably with lots of mistakes, just to get the groove. All right. Because for me personally, it's pointless making everything super perfect just to decide it's not really working. So record a guide guitar. Okay, so that's what I do now is I record a guide guitar for this really rough arrangement that will not be the final arrangement. It's just a repetition. Okay, and then we'll have a little listen and see how we're getting on. Okay.